Good day, students. Today we will talk about epithelial tissue and the glands. We can see epithelial tissue or epithelium. In our body, we have four basic types of tissue. There are epithelium, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and the nervous tissue. We can see here about function of epithelium, connective, muscular tissue, and the nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue covers body surface and lines hollow organs, body cavities, duct, and forms glands. Connective tissue first will support and protect our body and binds organs, stores energy as fat, provides immunity. Muscular tissue generates the physical force needed to make body structures move and generate body heat. Nervous tissue detect changes in body and responds by generating nerve impulses. If we see about development of tissues, tissues of the body develop from three primary germ layers. I hope you remember about germ layers like ectoderm, endoderm, and the mesoderm. Epithelial tissues develop from all three germ layers depending from the type of epithelium. They can develop from all three germ layers. All connective tissue and the most muscle tissues derive from the mesoderm. Nervous tissue development from ectoderm. Okay, let's talk about epithelial tissue. If we see about characteristics of epithelial tissue, first characteristic is cellularity. What does it mean? Epithelial tissue consists of only cells. Second one, polarity. Each cell of epithelial tissue has apical, basal, and lateral surface. And cells of the epithelial tissue rest on the basement membrane. Next characteristic is avascular tissue. Inside of epithelial tissue, there are no blood vessels. And the next character is regenerative, means replace lost cells by cell division. In this slide, we can see some epithelial cells which has apical surface, basal surface, and the lateral surface. Also, we can see basal membrane, or we can see basal lamina. If it's about classification of epithelial tissue, there are two main types of epithelial tissue. First one is covering and lining epithelium. Second one, glandular epithelium. I want to say again, this is that only two main types of epithelial tissue, each of them divided into many types. Example, covering and lining epithelium divided according to the number of cell layers divided into simple and stratified epithelium. What does it mean, simple? Example, this one is simple squamous epithelium. Why simple? Because consists of one layer of cells. This one is basal membrane, and you can see one layer of cells. Second one is stratified epithelium. What does it mean? Stratified epithelium consists of more than one layers. You can see here 5 layers. It means this is a stratified epithelium. Okay, according to the shape of cells, simple epithelium can be divided into squamous, cuboidal, and columnar epithelium. What does it mean, squamous? Squamous cells are wider than tall. Or squamous epithelium consists of flattened cells. Cuboidal cells are as wider as tall, like cubes. Columnar epithelium consists of cells which are taller than they are wide, like columns. Example. In this picture, we can see simple squamous epithelium. Only this part is epithelium. Because if you remember, we said that each organ of our body consists of different tissue. This part is epithelium, but this part is connective tissue. Okay, we can see here simple epithelium. Why simple? Because consists of single layer of cells. You can see here 1, 2, 3 cells. And this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. That's so simple. Why squamous? This type of epithelium consists of flattened cell. That's why squamous epithelium. Of course, this type of epithelium has basement membrane. Next one. This one is simple cuboidal epithelium. Why simple? Because it consists of single layer of cells. This part is basal membrane. This is the lumen part. This part is connective tissue. Okay? And these are cuboidal cells, cube-like cells. That's why cuboidal epithelium. Simple because it consists of single layer of cells. Next one. Simple columnar epithelium. Simple columnar epithelium, we said, consists of columnar-like cells, yeah? This part is basal membrane, and these are epithelial cells. Shape of this cell is columnar. That's why simple and columnar epithelium. Okay, one type of simple epithelium, this is a pseudostratified columnar epithelium. Why pseudostratified? This type of simple epithelium consists of cells which has different shape and different size. Some cells are tall, some cells are short, but don't reach the surface. But all cells rest on the basement membrane, that's why simple epithelium. Why pseudo? Pseudo means false. In the light microscope, this type of epithelium looks like stratified epithelium, but all cells rest on the basement membrane, that's why this type of epithelium is simple. And the columnar, because mainly consists of columnar-like cells. This type of epithelium also divided into two types, non-ciliated and the ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium can be located the trachea, bronchi. Why ciliated epithelium? Because on the apical surface of this type of epithelium, we can see cilia. These structures are cilia. But this type of pseudostratified columnar epithelium, they don't have cilia, that's why non-ciliated epithelium. Again, this is real slide here. We can say pseudostratified but ciliated columnar epithelium. Pseudostratified. Second type of epithelium, this is stratified epithelium. Stratified epithelium also divided into two types, stratified keratinized epithelium and the stratified non-keratinized epithelium. If stratified epithelium has keratin layer on the surface, it means these are keratinized epithelium, like here. If on the surface of stratified epithelium absent keratin layer, it means these are non-keratinized epithelium. First of all, why stratified? Because we said stratified epithelium consists of many layers, more than one layer. That's why stratified epithelium. And look, students, stratified epithelium mainly can be squamous because surface layer of stratified epithelium consists of squamous cell. That's why you can see stratified, squamous, keratin layer absent, that's why non-keratinized epithelium. This type of epithelium, stratified squamous, but keratinized epithelium. Also, stratified epithelium can be transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium lines organs of the urinary system. Example, this one is urinary bladder, epithelium of urinary bladder. Second name of this epithelium, urothelium, because urinary system only lined by this epithelium. Of course, composed of modified stratified squamous epithelium. And characteristic of this type of epithelium, they can ability to stretching and to return to the normal shape. Again, an example, this is a stretched transitional epithelium. And this one is unstretched transitional epithelium. Second main type of epithelium, glandular epithelium. If you remember, first of all, we divided epithelium into two main groups, covering and lining epithelium, and the second one is glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium, this type of tissue is made of the cells designed to produce and secrete substance into ducts or into body fluids. Glands that secrete products into ducts are exocrine. Those that secrete into body fluids and blood are called endocrine. I hope you know about it. Okay, morphologically, exocrine glands consist of two portions. This part is secretory portion and this one is duct. But endocrine glands, morphologically ductless glands. Ductless. They can realize they secrete directly into the bloodstream. We can see again here difference between exocrine glands and endocrine glands. We can see here ducts and secretory portion, but this type of epithelium ductless. Endocrine glands are ductless. Okay, and exocrine glands, histologically, we said that consist of two parts, yes, secretory portion. And secretory portion contains the cell responsible for the secretory process. If we say simply, secretory portion consists of cells. And the second portion is system of ducts. Function of these ducts, of course, transport and the secretion to the exterior of the gland. Okay, we can see here. This one is glandular epithelium, or we can say secretory unit or secretory portion, which consists of secretory cells. These are secretory cells. This part is ducts. Look, ducts lined by the lining epithelium. Secretory part consists of glandular epithelium. According to the duct system, exocrine glands can be simple and compound. What does it mean simple? Simple glands, ducts of the simple glands are not branched. But compound means their duct system consists of many branches. According to the secretory portion, according to the shape of secretory portion, exocrine glands can be tubular, acinar, and combination of the two ends and with the cyclic dilatation, this is called tubular acinar glands. Tubular means what? Secretory portion of these glands like tube. For example, glands of intestine, stomach are simple tubular glands. Acinar glands, second name, we can see also alveolar gland. Secretory portion of these glands like flask shape with narrow central place lumen. Example, pancreas. Also parotid salivary glands are acinar glands. Next one, tubular acinar. I think you understood here. Tubular acinar means one part of secretory portion consists of tube-like secretory portion, another one acinar or alveolar-like. That's why you can see tubular acinar. For example, submandibular and the sublingual salivary glands are tubular acinar glands. Okay, we can see here different type of simple glands and compound glands. Simple glands, if you remember, we said they represent only one duct, not branch, that's why simple. Why tubular? Because secretory portion like tube. We can say simple tubular gland. Second type of simple gland, simple branched tubular gland. Duct only one, but secretory portion consists of several tube-like portions. That's why we can see simple branched tubular gland. Next type of simple gland, simple coiled tubular. Of course, simple because one duct, tube-like structure, but coiled. That's why you can see simple coiled tubular gland. Next one, simple acinar gland. Simple because this is one duct, acinar because secretory portion as acinus. That's why simple acinar gland. Also, simple acinar glands can be simple branched acinar gland. And below we can see compound type of compound gland. Compound gland can be compound tubular because all secretory portion consists of tube-like structure. Why compound? Because you can see here that duct portion divided into many branches. That's why compound gland. Compound acinar. Compounds because many branches. Acinar because secretory portion as acinus. And compound tubular acinar gland. One portion like tube, another portion like acinus. That's why we can say tubular acinar glands. These are morphological classification of exocrine glands. Exocrine, okay? Also, according to the secretory mechanisms, we can divide it functionally. We can divide it into three types. First one is merocrine or eccrine secretion. The secretory product is realized by the exocytosis. Secretory glands leave the cell without any further loss of cell substance. Later I'll show you. Example, pancreas and the salivary glands are merocrine or eccrine glands. Apocrine secretion. What does it mean, apocrine? The apical part of cytoplasm of the cells is lost together with the secretory product. Example, female mammary gland will be example for the apocrine secretion. Holocrine secretion. Breakdown and discharge of the entire secretory cell and its product. Example, sebaceous glands of the skin, holocrine, has holocrine secretion. Model of secretion, look. This is a holocrine secretion. We can see here that during secretion, cells and their products, cells can be dyed, together with their product, secretory product. And this one is merocrine. And we can see that all cells have all part, cell membrane, and the nucleus, cytoplasm, all are present. That's why merocrine secretion. And this one is apocrine secretion. During secretory process, each cell can lose their apical part, one apical part. That's why you can see apocrine secretion. Next classification of exocrine glands. Exocrine glands can be unicellular, means consist of only one cell. Example, goblet cell, also exocrine gland, but consists of one cell. That's why you can see unicellular gland. Also, exocrine glands can be multicellular, composed of many cells. Example, sweat glands, salivary glands. Also, simple, many type of simple and compound glands, usually multicellular gland. Exocrine glands also divided in endoepithelial and the exoepithelial exocrine gland. What does it mean? Endoepithelial cells which can produce a secret. They locate inside of epithelium. Example: this is basal membrane. This part is epithelium. This part is connective tissue. Our cell which has secret product. They locate inside of epithelium, not here, inside of epithelium. That's why endo means inside. So you can say this one is endoepithelial unicellular gland. But look, if we compare this gland with this one, secretory part of this gland locate outside of epithelium. Example, this is a lining epithelium. But this part is glandular epithelium, which located in a connective tissue, the connective tissue. That's why exoepithelial, exocrine gland. Exo means outside. Next classification of exocrine gland. According to the nature of secretion, exocrine glands can be serous glands, like parotid glands. Serous glands consist of secretory portion of serous glands consist of serous cell. Mucous gland, example, goblet cells are mucous. Secretory portion of this gland consists of mucous cell, mucocytes, or you can see, and the mucoserous glands, or we can say mixed glands because secretory portion consists of mucous cell as well as serous cell. That's why we can say mucoserous gland or mixed glands. There are many classification, yeah. And at the end of lecture, I have several questions. Okay, we can compare. This is him and this is real slide. Both of them are same type of epithelium. And my first question, what kind of tissue does this represent? Yeah, of course, this is a simple squamous epithelial tissue. Why simple? Because consists of single layer of cells. Squamous because consists of flattened cell. That's why simple squamous epithelial tissue. And this next question, where in body would you find this type of tissue? Yeah, of course. One example, our lungs. We can say respiratory portion of our lungs lined by this epithelium. Only one example. Because this type of epithelium in our body can be two types, yeah, endothelium or mesothelium. Example, all blood vessels in our body lined by the endothelium. Next question, what kind of tissue does this present? What type of epithelium means? Okay, yeah, of course, these are simple squamous epithelial tissue but superior view. Yeah. Next one. Again, what type of tissue does this represent? You can see connective tissue, basal membrane, and the epithelium. Of course, this type of epithelium, simple, because consists of single layer of cells, and cuboidal, because consists of cube-like cells. Simple cuboidal epithelial tissue. And interesting, where in the body would you find this type of tissue? Yeah, one example, kidney tubules lined by this epithelium. Not all part, yeah? Not all part of kidney tubules because glomerulus part lined by the simple squamous epithelium. We can say proximal and the distal tubules lined by cube-like or cuboidal epithelial tissue. Okay, and thank you for your attention. See you.